What's up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac is back in the Nitro Cave doing some breakdowns, shakedowns, teardowns. This looks like a standoff. Is this a muscle against muscle? Is this the Italians versus the Germans? I don't know. Battle of the bulk or the bulls or you know, who's the king of Nitro? I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute though. Anyway, welcome all newbies, middies, oldie but goodies. Muggy Maniac has got a lot going on right now. I'm going to update you first. Well, let's first start off by, you know what? On a more important, serious note, I want to give a shout out to A-Main. If you guys, or as you know or don't know, here in the West Coast, there's a lot of fires, a lot of people's homes have been lost, a lot of damage has been done. I think it's over 400,000 acres so far is burned. I don't live up in that area because it's mostly up north in Central California. But I know A-Main employees were affected by it where it's at. One of the fires, a lot of A-Main employees lost their homes. So, you know, I called them today and I was talking to a couple of the guys that I know that work there that are technicians and that race. One of them races for Techno. Another one races for with LRP, and also he races I believe it's X-Ray. But anyway, you know, and I was telling him, hey, you know what? Just so you guys know, and I speak for, you know, a lot of people on YouTube that are into Nitro and into fifth scale and so forth. Our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to you guys. A-Main is a company that's, you know, hands down the number one, in my opinion, go-to hobby company as far as when it comes to Nitro. They have more Nitro motors, platforms, everything you think of, and they got a lot of pit scale stuff, but mostly Nitro that I can think of. If it wasn't for A-Main, I don't know, man. I think Nitro would struggle even more. I mean, 2 years ago, they held the worlds for buggy 8 scale. I've never been to that track. I've seen it. Pretty badass place. That whole facility is crazy. It's, you know, they have a bike section. I mean, it's a pretty big place. But anyway, so I told them, you know, hey, hope everything's good. You know, and those people still got to go to work and earn a living, man. That would be tough after losing your home. So anyway, I told them, hey, thoughts and prayers go out to you, and I speak for, you know, the Muggy Maniacs, Chuggy Maniacs, Buggy Maniacs, all the Nitro Nation out there. And I know you guys, hopefully you guys feel the same way I do. But anyway, so what do we got going on with the Techno NT 48.3 rebuild? Now let me tell you that a rebuild is harder than a build. If I would have spent the money and got a kit, it would have been a lot easier. It would have cost me, it would have been a lot easier. Because doing this, you got to tear it all the way down, then build it up. So you're not just putting it together. Plus, this platform, and being the very meticulous, detail-orientated person that I am, you guys know, I'm a surgeon when it comes to my nitros, and that's why my shit, especially the platforms like the XTM and like the Megan that are a decade old, look brand new and are in mint condition every time after I'm done running them. Maybe not right away, but you know, within a couple days or within that week, they're back to showroom condition, and that's just the way that I keep my nitros, because that's how they last, and that's how they perform the way they're supposed to perform, and that's how you lessen any issues. So anyway, this thing, you know, when I got it, I looked from the surface. You guys seen the videos that I've done so far. You know, like I said, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm getting there. I've done the front, I've done the rear. But it looked really clean. And so I started getting in there. The hinge pins in here had, looked like freaking tar and concrete and rust mixed in it. It was like clay. I had to take, oh, matter of fact, I had to buy another one today. This is my, you know, and I didn't want to go out and buy a whole deal. I got this at O'Reilly's. It's like $5. I've already went through a whole set of these. These are pretty decent. They're not like top of the line or whatever, but they're decent. These are wire. The big one right there, I went through one of those already. The small one, there's barely anything left on it. And this one there has got a little bit on there. But I went through a whole, I had to get another set. And I've still got the center dip. That's just on what I've done so far. I mean, there's a lot of bolts, a lot of, you know, various, you know, nuts and washers, and, you know, a lot of the drives. When I took apart the diffs, had rust buildup because the guy, you know, after he ran it the last time, it sat for a while. I'm surprised. If it wasn't, I threw away a few bearings, but not that many. If it wasn't, and the only ones I did throw away, the ones that weren't Avid. This guy spent over $100 or more, because Avid bearings, if you want to go next level, being that the theme seems to be in the buzz on YouTube, if you guys have been watching videos, is next level. Now, next level is a lot of different things. Next level is many things. There's different things that are next level. Next level platform. This is a next level platform, and I'm even going above and beyond. I mean, I'm going titanium. I've already changed some of the turnbuckles out. I got other ones coming. Titanium turnbuckles. I'm going aluminum chassis brace. I put a second one on here. So now this has 2 rear chassis braces, because I want this thing, when I start running modified 28.8s and .32s through there, this thing's, I don't want any flex. It's a pretty stiff chassis though. It's 70-75 aluminum. I like the way it's shaped. I mean, this thing, if you look at it, this platform is, I'm really happy with it. Now that I've got it all cleaned up, and, you know, I haven't ran into anything major issues. The diffs were fine. They just need to be, you know, obviously cleaned and rebuilt, because I'm not running freaking water like this guy probably had. I'd say maybe 5 or no more than 7,000 in these diffs. Now we're, you know, I'm running 50,000 in the back, 50,000 in the front. I want to put 100 in the middle, but I couldn't find any for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, my first time, I usually use Losi. I love Losi diff oils, and I love Losi shock oils. And I love certain Losi tools, like I love the Losi tool that I just got that is for your flywheel. Light, badass, that will be in use. I mean, I love my favorite, where's it at? Spark plug wrench, which is Losi. So there, you guys out there, I don't hate Losi, man. I'm not a Losi guy, never been a Losi guy, probably never will be a Losi guy, and I can't stand the company that pulls their strings and controls them, which is Horizon. And you guys, that's no secret, you guys know how I feel about that, and there's other people who feel the same way. Trax and Horizon are 2 of the evil empires, I call them, and they're the reason that a lot of shit's been discontinued. They're the reason that a lot of people quit Nitro, because they get a damn Traxxas, because that's all that's really available in your hobby shops nowadays. They try to get it tuned. It's a piece of shit. They just say, you know what, screw Nitro, because they think that's it. When all they had to do was get an RTR Losi or an RTR Kyosho, and they'd have been good to go. They'd have probably still been doing Nitro. So anyway, I don't recommend this thing to newbies. This is a very technical platform. Has a lot of moving parts, but I like it. It's not really a challenge to me. I mean, it's just time consuming because I have to tear everything apart, because you guys know the way I am. I mean, it's even got titanium sway bars, and you don't find a lot of sway bars in vehicles anymore. My Mugen doesn't even. Well, my Mugen has sway bars in the front and rear. Like, really good platforms will have sway bars. I mean, my 10-year-old XTM has it, but only in the rear. I don't even know if they even make a front sway bar for this thing. But she's ready to rock and roll. She's looking pretty clean. I replaced the diff cup. But yeah, this thing's running solid. See inside of there, the Rex 28.8 stalker is giving this 10-year-old platform all it can handle. I don't know if I'll even run modified in this. I want to. I'm just afraid I'll rip the gears out and shit. Well, not the spur. There's a look at that. I spent, what, $200 on that center diff? Metal gears, top brake plate, all aluminum, anodized. Towers, all aluminum, all bearings. Yeah, that center piece right there costs as much as I paid for this whole platform. But this is a special, this is my one of a kind. You'll never see any one of these. This is something I built. Something that wasn't come in a kit or nothing. It wasn't an RTR. Well, it was an RTR, but all this stuff is not original. I built this thing the way it is. That's why this thing will always be a special platform. And I'll never sell it. I'll keep this thing forever. You know, I just don't want to know if I want to run mods in it. I don't want to risk damaging or wrecking any, any of the internal. The gearboxes I know are one of the weak links in there. They're not the strongest gearboxes, and I've seen them. They've held up so far, but I think a mod will destroy them. So I'm really hesitant. I don't know if I'll run mods in that. I might just. That's one of the reasons that the LRP .32 that I got will stay stock. That one. Because I'll run the stock Rex Legend in this, which I am now, and I'll mess around and put the 32 in there, see how that runs. I'll save all the mods. They're going to be for, the Techno. Techno can handle it, and the Mugen. The Mugen can handle it. It's a buggy. Because the Mugen it's Mugen. You know what I mean? It's quality. This ain't, no run-of-the-mill RTR or nothing. This is a 10-year-old platform, but it's a race kit. Carbon fiber, big ass aluminum shock towers. I'm thinking of replacing the shock towers and replacing the chassis. I can do all that for $100, and I put a brand new chassis on it, brand new shock towers. I'm going to get this thing back to the original. To the basically brand new right out of the box. But it's in very good shape, man. I took care of this thing. It is kind of a little dirty here and there because I didn't do a thorough clean last time I ran it. But I got to finish breaking in that OS. This is screaming little bitch. That motor's got to finish getting broken in, so that's one thing I need to do. But probably do that this weekend. Probably won't get this thing running probably till next weekend. And I'm going to be breaking in the LRP .32 on this thing. So, yeah, we're going to run 80K in the middle. I want to run 100, but I couldn't find any. So now this is, if you look at this, I'm going to show you all this. See this? This is the center diff. See all that? See all that? See all that filth? That's what basically, when I started taking apart, that's what this all looked like inside. Inside of this gearbox. Hinge pins, the gearbox, the pinion. I had to do a lot of wire wheeling, buffing to get this thing, clean. To where I'm happy with it. This guy spent a lot of money on Avid bearings. Those are they're Avid because of the yellow caps on them. And Avid bearings, if you want to go next level, again, we're talking next level, Avids are way better than Fast Eddies. Fast Eddies are affordable, they're okay, but not compared to Avid. If it wasn't for the Avid bearings being in here, being as filthy and as dirty and as weather beaten as this thing was inside, because it didn't look like it when you guys seen it from the outside, you know what I mean? But once I got it inside of the boxes and inside the hinge pins and the arms and inside of the caser blocks and inside of underneath the shocks, this thing was pretty dirty, pretty weather beaten. I replaced like 4 bearings basically in the diff because they had rust buildup on them, and they weren't Avids though. The Avid bearings are the only ones that were caked with dirt and mud and tar, and they were still good to go. Just need to be cleaned. Like I said, Avid bearings are like top of the line. So this has been replaced. The old one I took off. It just this is called Ackerman that connects the top part. The one that was on there, those were shorter. I think one of those arms are bent. So I replaced, basically, put this one together, pieced it out, cleaned it really good. This takes a while. You got to take all the bearings out of it, take these shafts out of it. I've got titanium on it now. These are brand new ProTech titanium. get them through A-main. I got another set for the front and rear coming. These are bigger. 5mm, I believe, so those are going to be titanium. I'm really digging that aluminum brace, man. It's a company called MTC Racing. This is 7075 aluminum, same plastic. So now I've got two. Now, not that the plastics on this kit, on the Technos, just so you guys know, a lot of guys that I've talked to that have these vehicles and that race them and bash them, they basically tell me that the plastic is as good, the same quality as a qauilty. It's that good. qauilty makes the best, strongest quality plastic on the market when it comes to RCs. And a lot of guys said that this plastic is basically indestructible, man. Which is good, but I still just like aluminum. I think I'm going to have a hard time finding if they do make it, because the way that this thing's got this angle, because the dog bone comes through here. But I found this one. You can run the option of one or two. I think that's for racing. You want a little bit flex. When you're bashing, you want zero flex, because you'll start destroying stuff. So I'm going to try to see if I can find another one. Now this is the one that goes on the front. I want to see if I can get an aluminum one of these. Now this is pretty beefy. This is, like I said, good quality, strong. It's pretty sturdy. But I want to try to find an aluminum piece. If I can find this in aluminum, I would be very happy. This is coming already. I got it coming any day. This piece I got, I forgot what company it was. I think it's Yaw Racing. It's machined aluminum. I think it's like a chrome or a black. Kind of looks like this, but it's the top plate that goes over that. So that's what I got going on with that, with the Techno. Got to finish building get the center diff all done, put it back in. Then we're going to start on the body. I really dig this body. I can't wait to throw a custom paint job on it. I kind of have a few ideas of what I'm going to do, but I'm not completely sure yet. All I know is the DC Concept bodies are twice as thick as Pro Lines. So for you guys that have Pro Lines, or you guys that bash and you want a body that's durable and lasts, trust me, get one of these. This thing was a bitch to cut with, scissors that are made to cut this shit. That's how thick it was. And I'm going to have to take a Dremolo and do the rest of it. So anyway, I like the mud, these, what do you call them? Side guards. This is the radio tray. Check it out. You just take the whole thing out. 6 bolts from the chassis. Boom. There's your radio tray and your side guard all in one piece. Pretty cool. I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, because normally they're just like this, and then you got to take all the pieces out. That's the whole deal. A whole enchilada right there, man. Pretty cool. We got some clutches to choose from. Got a couple 4-shoe clutches, 14, 13, not sure. Got to decide what pipe I'm going to run on the LRP .32. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I've got an 053 and an 086. I've got a 41030. That's a 41032. And I've got a 41031, so I don't know. Gonna play with that. But that's pretty much it. This wants to run. I want to get it wide open because I don't have enough room on my block because the second gear is kicking in now and like it's supposed to. So I want to see what this thing's got top end. This got to finish breaking in the OS, and we're building that. So I got a couple minutes. We are going to hit on the subject of who is better, who is the king of the biggest nitro motors on the market. Okay, these are the two top dogs right here. Okay, so we're taking the gloves off. I've broken them down, taking you a closer look inside. This is the LRP .32 X Tech, the newest version. I noticed that the piston has a number on it, the top of it. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Number 2, whatever that means. It's got these little tiny pits, kind of weird. I didn't know this, and maybe you guys could help me out. Give me some feedback. Can you run a turbo plug in there? I can't believe that LRP gives you a regular plug. There's not even a damn turbo plug. Really? Come on, bro. I mean, it's bad enough. You gotta you know, you gotta eventually, or whatever, I'm gonna find out firsthand, but apparently this carburetor is garbage. I mean, they've changed it. It's a newer one. It's aluminum, I think, or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's steel. I don't know why they don't do plastic. But anyway, that's got to be replaced. But come on, you can't even put a turbo plug in this thing. That kind of, you know, now that I'm looking at the LRP, it is definitely not even close. I mean, not even in the same book, let alone page, quality-wise, as the Rex. Now, this is my third one. I got the stock one in the XTM, that one being modded by Rick. And this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I just got it because I want to get another one. And it's not going to go anywhere right now. I really don't need it for anything. And I might get another one. I love these motors. You know, I'm still looking for the blue head. If you guys know where I can find the blue head, or I can just buy the blue head, let me know. But I mean, look at the quality of this thing. It's just, compared to the LRP, I mean, there's not even a comparison. I mean, at least they're using, you know, not ceramic, but look at the bearings, you can just tell. I mean, it looks like LRP is just using some standard knockoff bearing. There's not even any markings on it. I mean, it's just, not that this is a bad motor, I just don't see the quality in this thing, really. I mean, to be honest with you. I mean, compare, look at the, I mean, look at inside of it. That's inside of the crank on the LRP. Look, it's not even, it's just like regular metal. It's not even polished. Now, look at the inside of a Novarosi crank. And these are both stock. Look at that. I mean, you can just tell, look at the way it's machined. I mean, look at that. Stock. Look at the way it's machined. We're just looking at cranks. Look at the LRP. Yeah. I mean, you can just tell. Look at it. I mean, just look inside of this thing. This is not. And by the way, this is not. Somebody told me it was a 7-port. This is not a 7-port. I counted. These motors are 6-port. 6-port motor, okay? So you got 32, but you only got 6 ports. Or you got the Novarosi, which is, as everybody knows, 8-port. So this is with the sleeve out, so you gotta be careful I don't bang this piston around. I mean, you can just, the quality is just... So anyway, which is bigger? Obviously the .32, it's a .32. I mean, I'm not the, you know, sharpest tack in the box, but I'm not no knucklehead. You know, I still can't believe, man. It comes with shims. Kind of weird. The Novarosis don't. Maybe you can shim them if you want. They just don't come with shims. Unshimmed. No shims in here that I know of. But anyway, 8-port, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, 8. Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it is. I can't see all the way in there. I gotta find out how many ports this thing is. I mean, the back plate just kind of just looks like it's stamped. I mean, this isn't the greatest back plate, but I mean, at least it says made in Italy. They should put on that one there. Made in Germany. It hasn't got nothing on it. So, you know, and it's not that it's a bad motor. It doesn't, I mean, you can just, I'm looking at everything and I'm checking it out. And compared to the Novarosi, man, the Novarosi is obviously better quality. I don't understand how they can not only not give you a turbo plug, but continue to make a, you know, decent motor for the price with a piece of shit carburetor. What's the point? And now is my other point I wanted to make. To get these LRPs running the way they're supposed to and modded, you're going to put $400 into that motor when all's said and done. This, with modifications, the Rex, $300. $190, let's say $200 for the motor, $100 to get it modded to Rick, or $125, whatever he charges. and you're good to go. Very easy to break in, very easy to tune, tons of torque, a workhorse. Or not even a work, this thing is a freaking a beast. Beast torquey motor. This one I know nothing about yet. I'm just looking at no turbo plug. Carburetor is supposed to be bullshit. So, I don't know. We'll find out. That's why this one is not going nowhere till I run it, till I break it in, run it, tune it, everything. Then I'll probably do another video later and tell you, okay, this motor, this is what the difference is. I mean, even though there's already differences. So anyway, it's a personal preference. These are made in Germany now, not in China. They used to be made in China. These are made in Italy. So you want a Mercedes or a BMW, or do you want a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Maserati? Hey, it's up to you. By the way, this Novarosi engine oil, I recommend it. Factory direct. I think it's like 12 bucks. Well worth it. It's basically their after-run oil. It's what they put in their motors at the factory. So anyway, we got the Venturas on both of them. We got stickers with both of them. So, I mean, other than that, I mean, you got the blue, you got the purple. What do you want? I mean, I want a blue head one of these if I can find one, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. There it is. Novarosi, in my opinion, is way better quality than LRP. But, not that this isn't a bad motor. You just got to do a lot more to it. This is more next level of anything because you got to have, you know, experience. This is, you can give this to a newbie and he'll be good. So for a newbie, if you want a big ass motor, they're the biggest, one of the biggest, get one of these, and they're pretty well priced, less than 200 bucks, man. It's cheaper than a .21. A good .21 is going to cost you about 300. So, or if you want to get a red, it's 400 or 500. So anyway, that's all I got. I got the reds being modified .21, getting modified by Rick. I got one of these being modified by Rick, and I got a Pico. .28 5-port. I think it's 5-port being modified. I'm going to try to get into this thing, see if I can get some of it done. It's getting late. I got to get ready to get up in a few hours and go to work and make that cheddar, man, so I can afford to keep feeding my sick nitro habit. And trust me, I'm sick in the head. I'm a sick nitro fanatic. So anyway, there you go. There's the Muggy. Ready to rock and roll. There's the Mugen, my guinea pig, breaking in another motor. So, and then there's the Techno. Next level platform, okay? This is next level, okay, right here. And I'm going to take it to a whole nother level. This will be one badass machine when I get done, trust me. Anyway, that's the Muggy Maniac. Peace, I'm out.